It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to May 17th of the year 2023 when the Milwaukee Admirals were in Texas to take on the Stars in Game 3. Series tied at 1 apiece, so it becomes a best of 3 with all 3 games taking place in Texas. The division winner, of course, from the Central Division. 18 seconds into the first period, it's Askarov coming up with a save on Studenic's first shot on goal of the game. 47 seconds into Askarov already coming up with a second save, this time on McKenzie. We hit the 2:36 mark of the first period, and it's Murray coming up with his first save of the game. It's on Rushev on the doorstep. Admirals getting to the interior early, 3:28. Murray comes up with a save on Kemmel. Another good close-range scoring opportunity, something the Admirals were unable to do in games 1 and 2. 4:41 of the first period. Scarf comes with the save on Blumel after the turnover. Afanasiev fell down. Unfortunately, that did not lead to good circumstances, but Askarov was able to bail the team out right there. 5:35 of the first period. Murray comes with a save on Tomasino from the low circle. Good to hear Phil Tomasino's name doing something good. 7:09 of the first period. Scarf comes with a save on Shea after another turnover in the defensive zone. 9:32. Scarf comes with a save on Studenic after intense pressure by the Stars. It was the best shift of the game for either of the teams through the first 9.5 minutes. 12:12 of the first period. Scarf comes up with a save on Loxonin. 12:50 of the first. Murray comes up with a save on McCarron. It's the first shot on goal for the Admirals in a while, but the next shot would be much more impactful. At 14:30 of the first period would be Ratcliffe getting his first goal of the playoffs. He peeled off the wall. He took the puck to the center and just ripped it by Murray, giving the Milwaukee Admirals a 1-0 lead. 14:30 into the first period. 18:06 of the first period. It's Murray coming with save on Gravel. His shot from the half wall. 19:47 of the first period. Petrovic comes up with a penalty. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Murray would have to come up with a save just before the buzzer on Kemmel. We hit the end of the first 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal even at 8 apiece, but Milwaukee does hold a 1-0 lead in this game. We see a carryover for the Admirals power play of a minute 47 seconds into the second period, not to the clean sheet, and it's Murray coming with a save on Sanford at close range, and Murray coming up with another save on McEwen. Heavy traffic. Good job by the Admirals right there, taking away the eye line to the goaltender for the Texas Stars. He's able to track it and come up with the save, though. 3:25 the second period. Scarf comes up with a save on Gardner. 3:44. Scarf comes up with a save on Kamano at close range after a turnover behind the net. Self-inflicted here by Askarov. He's going to play the puck every time he has the opportunity. This time, unfortunately, it ends up being a turnover. At 5:19 in the second period, it's Gleason tying the game up 1 apiece, getting Texas on the board. It was a long shot, possibly skipped off the stick of Stastny out high and on the way in. Too much room, though. That's the end result of this play. Gleason was simply given too much room to come across the blue line and skate into the high slot area and take the shot, and it ends up in the back of the net. 1-1 game right here, but the Admirals are going to respond immediately. At 6:42 of the second period, it's going to be Kemmel's third goal of the playoffs. It's a low slot finish off of Huntington's pass from below the goal line. Look, this is a great snipe finish, but the pass is equally as impressive, and it's good coming from below the goal line. Great vision by Huntington, and great job by Kemmel finding the softest spot in the defense right there to go ahead and slam that puck home. Milwaukee now holds a 2-1 lead in the second period. We go to 7:44 of the second period. Scarf's coming with a save on Studenic. 7:56 of the second period. Scarf comes with a save on Damiani, plus the rebound follow-up by Reedy. Heavy jam right here by the Texas Stars. 11:27 of the second period. Scarf comes with a save on Petrovic. 13:07. Murray comes up with a save on Rushev off of the rush. An aerial lob just trying to get some pressure off of the Admirals D. Ends up with some great hustle being skated into by Rushev, and he gets a good scoring chance right here. Really strong skating by Rushev. 14:25 the second period. Murray comes up with a save on Evangelista's partial breakaway. Now this could have been a game-changing save right here. Evangelista cannot finish, but what a burst by Luke Evangelista to get the breakaway and get himself wide open. 14:46 of the second period. Willsby's off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. It happened during a scramble in front of the Admirals net on the PK. It would be the Admirals showing what it takes in the playoffs and what a no half-step and effort on a penalty kill is. The blocked shots, the blocked passes, the sacrifice everywhere, the bodies all over the ice, and finally topping off with a Scarf coming up with a save on Bork and freezing the puck. Truly an inspiring several seconds here by the Milwaukee Admirals penalty kill unit, bailing out Willsby in this particular situation. 19:36 of the second period. Sanford is off to the box. 2 minutes for holding. Really Truly a bad time for a penalty and taken in a bad area of the ice. With the end of the second period, it is Texas out shooting Milwaukee 18-16. We have a carryover of a minute 36 seconds of the power play for the Stars going into the third period. Askarov is coming up with a save on Bork, and that would be it. The Admirals would put on a nice job there on the PK the rest of the way. 2:21 of the third period. Murray comes with the save on Del Gaizo. 3:01. Murray comes with the save on Rushev's jam, plus the follow-up by Leonard. 3:46 of the third period. It's Bartow, his first goal of the playoffs. It's a rebound put back into an open net. It was a physical play behind the net that forced the turnover, that caused the mayhem, that allowed Bartow to get to the rebound. Askarov comes up with the big first save, but he cannot get back into position for the rebound put back into the wide open net. Texas ties the game up at 2 apiece here in the third period. But immediately after that, at 4:12 of the third period, it's Petrovic, his second goal of the playoffs. It's a long shot from the blue line, and it just seemed to beat Askarov. No traffic, and it didn't seem to be anything unusual on the shot. Seemed to be a soft goal in this scenario by Askarov. Texas now leads 3-2 on home ice. We flip to the back of the sheet, and at 4:59 of the third period, we find Kamano off to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Admirals an opportunity with their incredible power play, the first overall power play in the regular season, but in this situation, it was incredibly sloppy, and it was very disorganized, and they had trouble even getting the puck over the blue line. 7:22 of the third period, Murray comes up with a save on Leonard at close range. 9:28 of the third period, Murray comes up with a save on Jankowski, and at this point in time, it is obvious and it's noticeable that the Milwaukee Admirals are playing with the first level of desperation that we have seen from them in the playoffs. It has certainly escalated and elevated to a different gear, and they are buzzing out there. That's why at 13:26 of the third period, we see Afanasiev come with his first goal of the playoffs. It was Tomasino holding the puck in the slot area, displaying otherworldly patience, and then feeding the puck over to Afanasiev for the finish into the wide open net. Tomasino freezes the defense with that hold and that patience and makes the play happen. It is now Milwaukee 3, Texas 3 at the 13:26 mark of the third period. 14:54 of the third period. It's Murray coming with a save on Rushev. 18:59 of the third period. It's Ratcliffe again. This time his second goal of the game. It is a deflection through the 5-hole from the top of the blue paint. It was Del Gaizo's long shot that was redirected by Ratcliffe. Just a perfect deflection right here. Beats Murray. And over the final 60 seconds, once they get to the 6-on-5, the Texas Stars were simply unable to get control of the puck in the neutral zone, get it over the blue line in a coherent way, and generate any offense with the extra attacker on the ice. That allows Milwaukee Admirals to win this game 4-3 in regulation, out shooting the Texas Stars 29-26. A highly improbable. Listen, this Milwaukee Admirals showed in game 2, down by 2 late on a second night of back-to-backs and very tired. They showed that they're willing to fight till the very bitter end. They fell in that game, but the seeds were planted right there that they are capable of coming back against this Texas Stars team, and that's exactly what they did tonight. That back-to-back double punch and finding themselves down by 1 in the third period, that's a very difficult hockey circumstance to take in a playoff game. Game 3, though, the Milwaukee Admirals would not be denied. Carl Taylor gets the timeout, the team regroups, and the resiliency kicks in. The desperation, the escalation, the elevation, all of it coming into play there in the final minutes of the game, and the Milwaukee Admirals, knowing they could come back against the Texas Stars, this time come back, and this time they complete it. Only the second time this season that the Admirals have been able to win a victory in Texas. As a matter of fact, they're on a 2-game winning streak. They won their final game of the regular season by a score of 3-2, and they win this first trip, game 3 of the playoffs, down to Texas. They win this game 4-3. Truly a highly impressive effort from several players. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We got the box score. We've got the stats. We've got the analysis. Brian Baston also going to jump in the trenches here in a couple of minutes. But that's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. The Admirals take a 2-1 lead in the series, an opportunity to close out the best of 5 on Friday night in Texas. Incredible effort by the Milwaukee Admirals to come back late in the third period, not only tie the game up, but secure themselves a victory on the road in a building that has been incredibly difficult for them to secure victories. 1-3 in the regular season in that building. Well, now they are 2-3 this season, including the playoffs in that building. Hopefully they make it 3 out of 3 on Friday night. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We've got analysis, stats, box score, and everything else coming up right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello.